Tables. Yeah. Say tables. Now, tables. What are tables? Tables are basically what we use to, if you know, Excel. It's what we use to hold data, right? Yes, like data table. But I mean, I'll keep from blabbing a lot and just make practical examples. So this is what a table tag looks like. You just type in table and yes. So like I said, it's better to use an IDE. If you had to do this on Notepad, then you would have to memorize all of these things, and always remember how to write. So I'd say it's not necessary. You can use Sublime or an IDE that kind of does this for you. It's quicker. But the more you do it, then you become familiar with them. You know what I mean? But in the beginning, it can be a bit of a hassle because you have to memorize and all of that. Then it's slow. Then, it takes you time before you get to see results because you're just struggling typing and trying to memorize everything, because a document like this, I mean, if you're doing this for the first time, this is can be pretty overwhelming. Like to remember this, doc type HTML and then the HTML tag and then there's the head. Inside the head there's the meta, there's the title, there's the style. All of this could be overwhelming. Then there's the body. So it's better to use this, and then the more you do it, then you see this stuff all the time, and then it becomes locked into your memory. It's part of your experience. Every time you code, every time you create a page, you see this stuff. So after some time, you just know what it is. And yes, one thing I actually forgot to mention in the beginning, like in your whole in this whole document here, then you've got the HTML, of course, which holds everything. The head, this is where you create like your meta tags and style and everything. But everything that you see on the page, everything that is basically the meat and of the page, all the contents are displayed in the body tag. Yes, here, the body. Everything that is within here is what you will see on the page, and then all this stuff is not visible. You do not see it. This is the stuff behind the page, all the inner workings of the page, so yeah, just to make that clear, because I think I might have forgotten that, but I guess it's a very important information to have, or something to know. Yeah, so like I said, yeah, tables. Okay, this is where we are. It's tables, and then we've got yes, table rows, and then inside table rows, then we've got a table header. So I will say this is a typical example. I mean, data, this is also like for holding information. So let's say this is my personal information, my name, let's say my address, and let's say occupation, or job, whatever. Sorry. It's occupation. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, we've got name, address, occupation. Once again, like with everything else, yeah, in order to make the tables look nice, they kind of need to be styled. And so this is not a CSS lesson, but in order for me to like really be efficient in this tutorial, I will create a style here. What I'm doing here, I could create in each and every one of these, but this would be slow and inefficient. So I'm just gonna create yeah, a style in the header. Okay, let me just jump into it. I'll say th and say td, say border 1 pic solid. you don't have to understand any of this. I'm basically creating a border around the table so that you can see that it's a table. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So okay, and then yes, so this means it's gonna be a border which is 1 thick, 1 pixel thick. Solid means that it's a solid line. There's dashed lines, and then black just means it's gonna be a black line. Yeah, that's what it is right there. So then I'm gonna add padding to it, right? Padding is just creates space between the letters and the border. It just basically creates like a space, yeah, from the content and the border. So there'll always be like a 10 pixel space around the border. Yeah, that's what it is right there. Okay, so yeah, that is our table. What else? Okay, fine. That's our table. I'll just leave it at that. Okay. I mean, these th means headers, so this is always better. In I mean, this is like the main. So it's better to have this in capital letters. Hey, Ukuperion. Yeah. What the hell? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, fine. So that's that. I'm done with that. So now I'm gonna create another row. TR stands for row. TD stands for data. Basically, hey, what you doing now? Yeah, there you go. Data. So yes, my name is Tabo, and my address is I live on No Man Street. I live in No Man Street, number 7. No Man Street, number 7, in Cape Town. Alrighty. No Man Street, number 7, Cape Town. This is my address. So this is where I live, and my occupation is I'll say I have many occupations. I mean, officially, I'm a 3D guy actually. This is what I officially studied, and I worked as a 3D guy. But I love programming. I'm a self-taught programmer and web developer. Blah blah blah. So I'll just say yeah, for the sake of to make things interesting, I'll say 3D artist here. That's what I be. Yeah. Okay, so this is basically what a table is, right? And there's another interesting thing that I could do to it with the styles is like let's say, oh well, how do I do that again? Okay, man, I hope I'm not making a fool of myself. Let's say nth child, so even, and child even, then the background color would be yes, gray. Oh yeah, okay. So no, it's fine. It's fine. TR. Yes, I think that's what it be. Yeah. So every second row would be given this color. So if I had to add more information, then this is basically what it would looks like. I'd say yes, Johnny. Johnny. Oh, yeah. Okay. Excuse that. Excuse me, please. I'm sorry. I apologize. And let's say Susie. Norman. Susie Norman and Johnny Glover. Johnny Glover and Tabo Modise, of course. And he lives on Glover Street. I'm sorry, I'm out of juice. He lives on Berry Juice, and she lives on Berry Juice Street, and she is she's a web developer. And Mr. Glover, what did you do? What do you do? Okay, let's say accountant. Yes, Mr. Glover is an accountant. You see, with what I did here, this is what it does. Basically, it means every second row. Every second row will be given this color. That's basically all that it means. So yes, now you have tables. So this is what tables look like.